In this lesson, we'll be talking about the MT4 and the MT5 interface. If you place a trade on MT4 on your phone or MT5 on your phone, this is how the interface looks like while the trade is still running. It is very important to understand these 5 key things for you to master your trading, because it helps you to determine if you have to add a new trade or you have to close out trade sometimes, so that you won't get kicked out of the market. So this balance is the capital you deposit into your account. It might be $100, it might be $500, it might be $50, whichever amount or the minimum amount a broker is accepting can be deposited into this account, and it will be showing here as balance. What determines equity in the market is the floating profit or loss plus your balance. If you are in profit, you add it to the balance you are having, it will be showing here. And if you are in loss, you subtract it from the initial balance and it will be showing here. So you can press your calculator and check out 9,845.32 minus 32.87. It will give you this equity. I have the formula down here. You can jot it down so that you follow me as I'm trying to explain how it works. So margin is equal, that's the amount required to open and keep a trade running. Free margin is equity minus margin. Why margin level percentage is equity divided by margin times 100. That will give you the percentage. So guys, let's go back to that and do the calculation. So what you need to do now for you to determine your margin is your 1% that is being set aside by your broker to keep your available trades running. These 3 trades you are seeing in the market is running because we have more than 303.36 available in our balance, and this 1% is being taken out of our balance to keep these 3 trades running. So when placing a trade, you try as much as possible to keep your risk management in check so that you know the kind of lot size you'll be inputting in the market. For this first one, AUDJPY, you are seeing this is a buy trade with 1 standard lot. The second one is Euro USD selling with 1 standard lot also, while the third one is Euro USD buying with 1 standard lot. So for us to have these 3 trades running, this 303.36, that is a 1% that has been set aside by our broker to keep our trade running. So let's talk about the free margin. Free margin is the amount left in account to place a new trade. If you want to place a new trade, you check your free margin, that is your equity minus margin equal to free margin. That's the formula. And if you check the free margin here is 9,509.09. We still have this amount left in our account. Once you add more position, some certain amount will be deducted and it will be added into our margin for us to keep that particular trade also running. That's what it basically means. While the margin level percentage is the amount of leverage provided by the broker. When leveraging your account, if you deposit $100, $50, $500, whichever amount, in the previous lesson video I made, I talked about leverage. Leverage is very important. The higher your leverage, the higher the profit you can make, and the higher the loss you can also encounter in the market. Let's assume you are running 100 leverage or 500 leverage or 200 leverage. You times your leverage by your balance. So that's the percentage, that's the volume of capital you can place a trade. For you to determine your margin level, you divide your equity by the margin times 100. Take note of this, it is the amount of leverage provided by the broker. It is the 99% that is being added to this your 1% for you to keep this trade running. So while your trade is open, it's very important to check your margin level percentage and ensure your margin level percentage is not below 100%. If it is below 100%, it will get to some extent the broker will start closing out some trade for you, because some broker allow you to close out some trade yourself, or they will close it out automatically by themselves, because they need to keep their capital intact. So it's very important to keep eye on your margin level percentage while trading in the market. This trade is currently in profit of 165.01. The initial balance, which is 5,912, if you add this 165 to it, you see it will give us the equity So you can do well to use the formula I shared with you to run this other calculation so that you check maybe you understand what I'm trying to say. So here is the formula. Jot it down and try and check it out yourself for better understanding. This is how MT4 or MT5 user interface look like on your PC. This is the balance, this is the equity here, this is the margin, this is the free margin, and this is the margin level percentage. You can also use this to calculate to know maybe you've already understand what I shared in this lesson.